Sargada, hope you know what is financial accounting. Financial accounting, you have learned that first year and second year, and you also learned management accounting in the second year. Now, what is financial accounting? Financial accounting is to record, summarize, and present the financial transactions or event which are already taken place. You know what is this already talking about? Huh? This is, see, financial transaction. What do you mean by financial transaction? Financial transaction means any transactions which is having money involved, then it is called financial transaction. Okay. If a financial transaction has taken place in a company and that financial transaction is recorded and it is summarized. Recorded means first what we do, we record it in the journal, and summarize, we have ledgers for each one, and then from this we prepare a trial balance, and from the trial balance we can prepare, yes, what you call profit and loss account and balance sheet, that is called financial statements. Okay, so financial accounting is recording financial transactions which are already taken place. You not only record but you summarize it also. Okay, these transactions are taken in terms of money, that is why it is called financial transaction. This recording leads to the preparation of profit and loss account and balance sheet. Hope you understood what is a financial accounting. But this financial accounting, profit and loss account and balance sheet will definitely support, provide information to the management or the shareholders of the company or the owners of the company or partners of the company. Yes, they get lot of information from how much profit they got, what are the assets and what are the liabilities, what is the current liability, etc., etc. They get lot of information from that. Okay, but there are many other information which are not available in financial statements, that is profit and loss account and balance sheet. So for example, how much I must produce output level. What is the output level? Okay, and which product I should continue. Okay, and which product I should stop or which product I should change, right? And what, whether I should what will be the price, or should I change the present price? Clear? And whether the profit I got is optimum with my competitors, is the right profit that I got when I compare with the competitors and in comparison to the earlier years. So these are the informations which are missing in financial statements. On profit and loss account, you cannot use it to determine how much product, how much unit you should produce. It will not tell you which product you should produce. It will not tell you whether you should drop the product or change the product which you are producing now. It will not help you to determine the price, or it will not help you to revise the price of the product, and it will not help you to know whether you are getting right profit or not. These problems will be solved by cost accounting. So now we will look at what is a cost. What cost accounting got an information. We will come to that again. What is a cost? So Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India defines cost as a measurement in monetary terms of the amount of resources used for the purpose of production of goods or rendering services. What is it? Measurement in money terms. So you have to measure something in money term. What is that? amount of resources used for the purpose of production of a goods. So you are producing a goods. Suppose you are producing chapati. You like to prepare chapati well, right? So when you produce chapati, yes, and what is the amount of resources used for the purpose of this? That means resources means you want what flour you want, right? Flour you want. You want water. You want um, right, and the table to prepare it. Clear. So all these you need to measure in terms of money, that is cost. Okay. See, a beda bola, what is actually cost? Cost means expenditure that you incur for producing something. Okay, actual or notional expenditure. See here in cost we call actual or notional. What do you mean by actual? Actual means it has gone from your pocket or you will pay. Notional means which you are not paid, but if somebody else would have produced it, he would have incurred it. Notional. For example, you have your own building, so you don't need to pay rent. But rent is a notional expenditure for you because you are not incurring it, but actually rent is also to be considered for calculating the expenditure, the cost of the product. Clear? Got it? So that is cost. Cost is actual or notional expenditure, not only actual but notional also. Now what is costing? Yes, costing, the technique and process of ascertainment of cost. This cost, how to calculate it, a process through which you calculate it. Clear? For example, in your architecture, you draw. So a technique is used for drawing it. Different tools you use it. Okay. So similarly, for calculating this cost, the techniques and process which you use is called costing. Costing. Costing is the technique or process of ascertaining cost. Don't forget. Calculation of cost. For that, you need a technique or you need a process. Clear? So, technique means you follow a technique, right? Okay. So costing includes now ascertaining and collecting of cost. Ascertaining means decide the cost. How much cost is this? Okay, that is ascertaining. Ascertaining means determining. Collection. But these costs are at different places. You have to bring it together. That is costing. Okay. And then you have ascertained the cost, you collected the cost together. Now analyze or classify the cost. Okay. Allocation of total cost to a particular thing. Then this total cost you need to allocate, okay, this cost is incurred for this product or this service or this contract or for this process. Okay, so that is costing. I hope you got it. Cost and costing. Then we look at cost accounting. I already told you it's a formal system of accounting by means of which cost of products or service are ascertained and controlled. When the product costs or service cost, service means you are providing a service. For example, you are cutting the what do you call hair of your friend and you charge some amount. That is, you provided a service. Okay, so ascertaining the cost of a product or a service. A formal system, that means laid down procedure. Okay, that's it. So Weldon is a uh, cost person, cost accountant. He defines it as classifying. He said, you collect the cost, classify it, group it. For example, when we manufacture a product, there may be expenses for materials, there may be expenses for labor. So classify it and record it. And in certain expenses, we cannot see, for example, rent we paid. But we are producing 5 products. So for which product this rent is paid? Rent is paid for all 5 products. So the rent should be distributed to all these 5 products. That is called apportionment, appropriate allocation. You okay? Um, you divide it equally to 5 products. That is appropriation. So this is done for determining the cost of a product or service, for the presentation of a suitably arranged data, for the purpose of control and guidance of the money. So why you what you do? You classify it, you record it, and you allocate the expenditure. All the classification, recording, appropriation is done to find out the cost of the product or service. Yes. And why you want to find out? This is for presenting suitably. This data will be arranged properly and presented for what? For the management, for control, to reduce the costs. Any wastage is there? Can we avoid wastage? Okay. And guidance of management. So guide management. This will help management to take decisions. Clear? So cost accounting is application of costing principles. Cost accounting, there are principles. Financial accounting also principles are there. Similarly, in cost accounting, principles are there. It's a methods of techniques in the ascertainment of cost. There are methods and techniques. There is a method of calculating it. There's a technique. Process costing is a technique. Clear? So there are methods and techniques for ascertaining cost. That also comes in cost accounting. And find out whether there is a saving or whether there is excess expenditure. Okay? Or determine a standard. This is cost accounting. Clear? Okay. So you learned 3 terms: costing, cost accounting. Now what are the objectives of cost accounting? Objectives are: 1, to ascertain cost. Okay. So ascertain cost means to determine cost. 2, analyze the cost, calculate it. 3, allocate and appropriate the cost. 4, cost reporting, report to the management. So what is to report, whom to report, when to report, okay, how to report, okay, to assess the management. Clear? Indicating the management any inefficiencies and extent of various forms of waste of raw material. So you are informing management about inefficiencies, extent of waste of raw material, waste of time, waste of expenses. Fixing of selling prices, determine the price of a product. You can do that in costing. Providing information for decision making. Management take decision. Management controls raw materials, inventory, finished products, pearls and consumables. Clear? And 6th one is cost control. Yes, set up a target and measure whether the actual you measure it, then compare the actual with the target, then analyze the variance, see whether it is favorable or adverse, then suggest immediate action that to be taken. Clear? Then optimum product mix. What is product mix? Product mix means uh, whether, okay, these 5 products, suppose 5 products are produced, whether these 5 products should continue or only 4 products should be there, or any new products can come in. Such decisions. So you will help the management to take such decisions. Future policies. This will help them to decide about what should we expand our business, should we invest capital, etc. Thank you.